Looking for a fun way to win 25 times your money this football and basketball season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projection for a wide variety of stats, and place your entry. It's as easy as that. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and injury insurance on your picks are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million players who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/play100 and use code PLAY100. That's code PLAY100 at prizepicks.com/play100 for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
It has been quite a year for Stephen Alker. You could refer to Stephen as one of those journeymen in professional golf, spending years going tour to tour, country to country, traveling the world without a lot of success. But then Stephen began to focus on the PGA Tour Champions Tour. Got his game and got his body in shape. He turned 50 in the summer of 2021, Monday qualified for the Boeing Classic in Washington State and finished T7. And that was the first of 6 straight top 10 finishes. He won in his 7th start last year. Followed all of that up with 4 wins this year, including a major at the KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship. And Stephen capped the season by winning the season-long race for the Charles Schwab Cup. It was a $3 million year for Stephen Alker. It's a pleasure to welcome Stephen Alker to the best of the Augusta Golf Show. Congratulations, Stephen.
Oh, thank you. No, much appreciated. Thanks for having me on.
Well, thanks for saying yes to this. I know you're busy. I know you're doing a lot of this, so thank you.
You're welcome.
You've been doing this a long time. Does that make this even sweeter?
Oh, definitely. Obviously, you're still learning about yourself in those situations coming down the stretch there, and like on Sunday, and trying to get the job done, and it just makes it all worthwhile. And I think all those experiences that I've gone through and the different tours I've played and the length of time I've played, I feel like I've learned something from all those experiences, and it come forward and got put into practice during the weekend. So no, it was really sweet to get the job done.
It's interesting that you say that. I'm curious. Everybody says winning builds confidence. If that's true, how does that confidence manifest itself, Stephen?
Well, I think it's just putting yourself in the situations to win. You learn about yourself in situations, what's going through the mind, or trying to calm the mind and keeping your emotions intact. So it's just a matter of being in those situations, and you have enough to fall back on, and obviously you got to have confidence to get confidence. You got to have confidence to get your game in shape to get in position to win. So it just I think for me personally, I like to prepare for certain events and build up to events, and if you can get some good game time and some confidence from good results, that really helps. So, but yeah, it always helps to have confidence to start to actually get into those positions.
You talk about preparation, and from what I've read, you prepared for the PGA Tour Champions Tour. This was not, hey, I'm turning 50, let's just go try this. You worked at this, you prepped for this, didn't you?
Yeah, no, for a good 18 months, 2 years before, because I kind of felt like my body, my fitness, and just my golf body was not where I wanted it, and so that needed some work. That was a big thing for me, and then and just staying competitive. I mean, I'm so grateful to have the status and something to play like the Corn Ferry Tour. I was playing against the young guys that can be competitive, and the scores were low. So all those things kind of helped build up to Tour champions, and it surprised me pretty quickly that how low you got to go to win tournaments on the champions. You can't. You got to go off your ball. So that kind of raised my game a little bit as well. I thought, well, it's not easy to win out here. So you've got to be prepared and for that. To score low and prepared that they're going to play good golf and still try and win at their age. So, yeah, it's very competitive, and I'm enjoying the environment. That's what I'm enjoying the most, the new environment, being amongst the guys, the atmosphere. It's pretty neat.
Looking for a fun way to win up to 25 times your money this basketball season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projection for a wide variety of stats, and place your entry. It's as easy as that. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and injury insurance on your picks are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million players who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/get100 and use code GET100. That's code GET100 at prizepicks.com/get100 for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
Through the years, when it was really, really tough, did you ever think about doing something else?
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people have asked me that question, and not doing something else as in giving up the game and doing something else. I think doing something else as well as golf. I've certainly got to the point where it's like, well, gee, I'm going to need another job to support the family. So that certainly come up at times, and it's funny. It's just there are certain points in my career and stages and years where it got so close to actually needing to do that, get another job and get some more income, and then I'd just win all of a sudden, or I'd have a nice run for a month or two where things look better on the financial front. So I don't know, just maybe it was just that got to the point where it was the desperation and the real need to get going, get my game in shape and start performing, and that made me play better. So sometimes that does help my game sometimes.
When something like that happened, Stephen, did you take it as a sign? Did you think someone was trying to tell you don't give up yet?
Yeah, quite possibly, and I don't know. I guess there's just a lot of perseverance in me, and obviously support from the family just kept me going. And my wife had a stable at home, and I was able to go and play golf, and they couldn't always travel with me. So that was important that side of things were good. And so yeah, it just people ask me why, how did this happen, why, but it's just a number. It's just a whole combination of things. There's no one thing that was like, okay, that did it, that turned it around. So I'm just very grateful for family support. That's been one huge part of it.
We're talking with Stephen Alker here on the Augusta Golf Show. Tell me about the people around you, the people that support you. What kind of support do you have?
Yeah, well, my golf bag is Team Alker, but it starts with the family and my wife and kids, great supporters, and obviously, we travel so much, and even time at home is preparing, and so there's a lot of time away from family. As I mentioned, getting the body in shape those 18 months or so before I come out in PGA Tour Champions. My guy there at Arizona Sports Clinic, Tyson Maristica, he's got me in shape, got me good programs, kept me excited about working out. That's never something I've really been that keen on, and I've done it just because I felt I had to. But So we're all doing the right stuff. Caddy Sam Workman, he's been with me for, nearly 4 years now, come January. So a good partnership there. Not too many caddy partnerships last that long, but he's been a trooper. And then support from New Zealand and England. My wife is English, obviously. Family support there. I've had help with my equipment and swing coaches. I see Rob Rochelle helps me out a little bit. We do some stuff from time to time. It's only a couple of times a year, but it's all stuff that is built around my body and my equipment and where I'm out getting ball stats and equipment stats and all that stuff has been instrumental in just getting all my ducks in a row. So it's I certainly couldn't have done it by myself for sure. Will you
splurge on anything? Will there be some sort of celebration?
The last couple of days we've had a few drinks and things. I am taking my wife to Elton John out in California. Tomorrow we're going to go and see him. It's one kind of our bucket list things to do. So we're going to do that and have a long weekend out there. So just again, like the last 15, 16 months have just been crazy, so full on. We really haven't had a lot of time to do things, celebrate a lot. But we're going to have some family time over Christmas as well. Go to England and have some time over there. So it's this is next couple of months is just a bit of reflection time and still a lot of prep time too. I like to do some good prep time off season for a few weeks before I get going again. So it won't stop. It'll keep going, and we'll keep focusing on 2023.
Well, okay, but when you reflect on the last 16, 17 months, what's been the best part of all of this?
I think the best part is having the enjoyment come back in my game, and not that I lost that, but just more enjoyment, just a whole different atmosphere and environment I'm playing in now. So I've never really been mixing with Hall of Famers and these world class players. So making new relationships and trying to get comfortable in this environment and playing new golf courses. It's been amazing. And secondly, obviously, with all this has come the financial side and just having that security for my family and knowing that, hey, we can send our kids to college and a decent college and having options and just some security, which hasn't been there for a long time. So those are two definite things that have come out of it and been very rewarding and grateful for it.
He is Stephen Alker. He is the Charles Schwab Cup champion. Congratulations again, Stephen. And again, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to do this.
No, thanks for having us. Appreciate it. Anytime.